Oh, Kimmy, looking sharp today. Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, sorry I'm a little behind.
Okay, now that everybody's here, I just want to thank you all for coming. Group therapy over Zoom is still a bit new, but consistency is key when addressing anxiety. We're all in this together. We have a new face joining us today. Everybody give a warm welcome to Adam.
Hey there.
Hey, Adam, what's up?
Adam, I'm Dr. Leibowitz. I founded this anxiety group session after I became an expert on the subject. One could even say I beat anxiety.
Do you beat anxiety?
I sure did. Got a certificate and everything.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Since you're new, we'll go ahead and have you speak last in our roundabout. That way you can get an idea of how the session runs and get to know your fellow members.
Sounds good.
Kimmy, I know you had an accounting midterm this past week. How'd that go?
Okay. So doing schoolwork from home has been a bit weird, but it started out fine. Got pretty anxious during the latter half though. You see, I need 3 pens and 3 pencils on hand per test. Has to be 3 of each. Black ink for the pens, number 2s for the pencils. I lost one of my pens after the written essay and I was crawling around the floor trying to find it. And by the time I did, I had to take a shower. Had to. So filthy down there. So I wash, come back, and by then an hour has gone by, so I'm really anxious.
Everything okay, Kimmy?
Yeah, could you excuse me for just a quick second? I think I left the oven on.
Hey, Lisa. You're looking pretty hot in that postal uniform. Is it new?
No, Ethan.
Anyways, so time's running out, but as I'm hanging up my towel, I notice how dirty the bathroom is. So of course I have to clean that before I can focus on the multiple choice portion, which of course leads me to cleaning the entire apartment. So like me. But just as I finish, my roommate comes home. She kicks off her dirty shoes, drops her filthy bag, and proceeds to drag her sweaty body through my polished kitchen. I couldn't believe it. Unbelievable. The inconsideration. Didn't you know I was taking a test that day? Please excuse me.
Hey, new guy. I got odds she gets up a half a dozen more times. Hey?
Sorry. Have to be sure about those appliances, you know. So, after the fight with my roommate about her hygiene, I made apology cookies. But yeah, after that, I just stopped, sat in my closet, and did the deep breathing exercises Dr. L taught us. Whew, calmed right down and was able to finish the exam. I got a B.
That's great, Kimmy. Physical exercises, especially breathing, are great tools we can use when going back to battle with our anxiety monsters, even the really dirty ones. Next up,
Wait,
we have...
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to butt in. I'm just confused. This is anxiety group therapy, right?
Sure, what else would it be for?
I don't know. OCD, maybe? I'm no expert.
That's right. You're not an expert. I am. I think if Kimmy had this OCD you've mentioned, I'd know.
Just like a man to interject himself into something.
It's okay, Kimmy. I'm here for you.
Moving on, Richard. You were processing last week about how you might feel at your student's final karate tournament. Can you tell us about that?
It was terrible.
Oh no. Did your kids lose?
No, they won.
And that was terrible?
The worst. See, I've been really good lately about not betting on children's sporting events, especially after that whole Little League debacle. Those kids need to learn how to take some good-natured insults if they ever want to join the majors. I've stopped attending Pee Wee football, ISO soccer. I even sit out my daughter's gymnastics classes now, even though my girl's a goddamn ringer on the pommel horse. But there was something about this last match that just lit up the anxiety in me.
Go on. Anxiety.
See, this was going to be the last tournament of the season. Hell, the last tournament for who knows when because of all this COVID stuff. And after spending months with these kids, I just knew they were not going to win. No sir, no how.
So you bet against your own students?
Adam?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a sure thing.
Well, how badly did you do?
Oh, man. They swept their legs in the boards. I lost everything I put down. $8,000, keys to my Firebird. And I have to wear a Master Richards Dojo Sucks t-shirt for a whole month now.
You haul that on a kid's karate tournament?
That's not even half of it. When the kids found out their sensei bet against them, it was like a rain of fourth grade fury. I mean, you'd think I could take them all, right? But have you seen a group of angry 10-year-olds? It's like a bunch of pissed off meerkats. Anyway, after the pint-sized beating, I took a nice long walk like Dr. Leibowitz recommended, and I made me feel better. Not $8,000 better, but better.
No, that can't be anxiety. That's gambling addiction. And my dad went through that. I saw it firsthand.
Hey, Adam, life's a risk. Sometimes the coin toss comes up heads, sometimes tails, but if you're not taking a chance betting on children's sports, are you even flipping the coin at all?
That doesn't make any sense.
Adam, please don't make me ask you again not to re-diagnose my patient's anxiety monsters. This theory on gambling addiction doesn't help Richard to manage his anxiety. Moving on. Lisa, I'm so pleased you decided to join us again. I know this therapy thing isn't quite your thing.
Oh, cut the shit, doctor. Everybody knows I'm only here because it's court mandated.
Right.
Oh, my week was fine. Everything's fine. Let's move on to somebody else.
Lisa, you know I have to report today's session with your parole officer.
Fine. You guys remember my divorce proceedings when I attacked my piece of shit ex-husband in court?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how after I made bail, I started having those recurring fantasies about mowing that dickhead down?
Yeah.
Well, it happened.
Oh God, no!
I called it. Ethan, you owe me 20. 30 if you hit the desk before getting to the hospital.
God damn it.
Well, it kind of happened. See, I was in my truck on my normal route delivering mail, and I just got lost in thought. Suddenly I start getting these ideas, these, Doc, what did you call them?
Intrusive thoughts?
Intrusive thoughts, right. I just kept thinking, that fucking prick. I gave up everything for him. I could be one of those bakers you see in magazines or in the Food Network if it wasn't for that asshole. I gave up my dreams to raise his kids. And what did I get? 35 years and a whole lot of shit.
God, Lisa's so hot when she talks about her ex.
Right. So, I'm driving, and lo and behold, I see this cocksucker's car. I knew it was his because it had that ridiculous 60 and sexy license plate on it. That it was in front of her house. Well, I must have had an anxiety blackout because by the time I realized what I was doing, I'd rammed that fucker's ride at least half a dozen times. Oh, I don't think I stopped grinning until well after they booked me.
Oh, Lisa.
But I did have that aromatherapy kit in my mailbag. The portable one you gave me. It brought my nerves right down to a slow roar. It really did the trick.
That's great, Lisa. I'm so happy you're taking strides in managing your anxiety. You've come a long way from sending death threats and dog poo-poo. From direct harm down to property damage is a big step. We'll get that anxiety monster in check yet.
And this has nothing to do with my ability to manage my anger, only my anxiety. Right, Adam?
Kimmy, I got a Hamilton that says he goes for it.
Okay, Ethan. Ethan, you started a new job with the Creep Squad,
Geek
right?
Squad.
She had it right the first time.
Yes, Geek Squad, computer repair, right?
Yeah, I figured after my last gig, maybe it'd be best to reconnect with people. Go back into a retail setting and really get a hold of my anxiety. Google's not super keen on leaving work to go have sex with coworkers and vendors and the kitchen
Ethan.
staff and
Ethan, we remember.
and like, how else am I supposed to have, supposed to relax when I'm all stressed out and worked up?
Ugh, ew.
But yeah, Geek Squad's been pretty good. Definitely more my style. My supervisor, Samantha, is like totally demanding though. And curvaceous, but like mean. and hot. She makes me super anxious.
And how are you coping with this anxiety when it comes up at work?
Talking has always been really helpful for me. Some of my other coworkers are really good listeners when I get that anxious urge. Some of the customers too, we get deep into it, like real deep. We'll hit the discussion hard out in the break room, in the alley behind the store, or in the handicap stall, the men's bathroom that one time.
So unsanitary.
When I get anxious, it's like this compulsion of talk takes over that just won't go away.
That's wonderful, Ethan. It's important to find connection with people who can be there for you during the tough times and offer you the care and support you need to help get you back on your feet.
Care and support, right.
Yes, and it seems like you found that in the friends you surround yourself with.
Friends, sure.
I'm sure your mother will be very proud to hear how you're taking care of yourself and finding these new relationships with Ethan. Is everything okay?
No, nothing's okay. I don't have connections with people. I have encounters with people. No friendships, just casual acquaintances and a little butt stuff in an effort to shove my emotions deeper down inside me. And relationships, forget it. Look at me. I'm 30 and I've still never had a girlfriend. I'm like a walking Judd Apatow movie. This anxiety, it's tearing me apart. I just can't stop fucking the ladies.
That's sex addiction. Okay, he has sex addiction. That's like a textbook case of sex addiction.
And sometimes the gentlemen.
Latent homosexuality.
And they sure don't want to stop fucking me.
Okay, and maybe some narcissism.
I just want my mommy to hold me.
And probably some stuff from childhood, but sex addiction nonetheless. How can you not see this? These people have deep-seated issues, and you're just sitting there placating their misery under a coverall umbrella of anxiety.
Adam, I cannot, in my good judgment, allow you to continue attending this group session since you insist on denying people their condition.
Deny their conditions? Doctor, if during my turn to speak I told you that I'd been having dark thoughts of harming myself and others, would you say that I was suicidal or just stressed?
Adam, is that why you're here?
No. Kimmy, you've gotten up no fewer than 5 times in a 30-minute span to check that your oven was off. That's more than anxiety. Richard, kids, sports or not, your compulsion to bet on events with chance outcomes outweighs the will and skill a man of your discipline would have. It's a gambling addiction. Lisa, it's anger or rage. We all know it's rage, right? I mean, you have an anger problem. Right. And Ethan, look, I don't even know where to begin. I feel like you could be addicted to sex, but it seems like that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now look, I'm really not trying to be a jerk. I just want to help. I don't want some quack who beat anxiety to take your money and tell you that you're all fine. It's not anxiety. It's a lot more than that.
Adam, we know.
What?
We're perfectly aware our problems are more than just anxiety. We're not stupid, bud.
After my husband left, I had nothing. Add another court costs and fees. Dr. L is all I can afford, and I pay her in baked goods and sometimes in lost mail. But she's the reason I can hold down a job.
I lost my insurance when I got fired from my last gig, and computer repair doesn't make a whole lot. My best friend referred me to Dr. Leibowitz, and she gives me a discount. She's been like a second mom to me.
I can't afford to do one-on-one therapy on a teacher's salary. Dr. Leibowitz helped me through a rough patch with my family and brought my gambling down from Vegas casinos to where it's at now. She saved my marriage.
Wait, hold on. I really thought I had anxiety, and I don't even know what OCD is. Am I in the right place? Oh God, is this more of my parents trying to control me? Oh God.
Breathe. We can talk about this later. You may have OCD, yes, but you do also have anxiety. In fact, they all do. Adam, anxiety is a key component in each person's condition. It's the body's natural reaction to stress and fear. The members of our group are all going through incredibly difficult times in life, so we work to chip away at the larger problem by starting small, addressing how people handle the weight that each one carries. We all quite literally want to beat anxiety. Oop. And it looks like that's time for this week. Good work today, everyone. I'll see you here same time next Saturday. Ethan and Kimmy, do make sure and schedule a call with me before then.
Sounds good.
Okay, I will.
Bye, Doc. Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, you didn't. But how could you? Adam, what's the real reason you wanted to join my group? You said in your emails you were struggling with anxiety, but you sure don't seem anxious to me.
I am anxious. This whole COVID thing, the election, everything just seems so uncertain. I know we're being asked to stay home, but I've been doing that long before we had to. I just feel so helpless around other people. I don't hate them. I just think I'm scared of them.
Well, you see, that sounds an awful lot like agoraphobia to me. But if you're willing to stick around a little longer, maybe we can chip away at that anxiety first.
Deal.
I'll see you next week, Adam.
Bye, Doctor. And thank you.